And so this video begins in San Antonio, Texas. Today is my first day ever stepping foot in San Antonio. This is going to be a bucket list dream come true. I am headed to the Alamo. And check out the Hard Rock Cafe right there, right here on Crockett Street. I parked in this parking lot, 20 bucks for all day, not too far from the Alamo. And today is Monday, October the 7th. I'm a little backlogged because of Hurricane Helene. And there's the sign right there, Crockett Street. And this is the famous San Antonio River Walk below this bridge over here. This looks pretty beautiful. I've always wanted to come to San Antonio, specifically to visit the Alamo and the River Walk. Here you go, we can walk right down there, which I'm about to do so. Just want to come over here on this bridge and take a look down. This is my first time ever seeing this. Always wanted to. Oh, that's so cool. That is beautiful. And I believe you can take boat tours down the river walk, down the river. Built by Virginia Bridge and Iron Company, Roanoke, Virginia, 1922. Historic steel bridge right here over the river walk. It's really cool looking. Gotta watch out for the cars here. Beautiful city. It's also very hot out here. It's 95 degrees in San Antonio. All right, heading down here. Wow, this is so cool. Very beautiful, the bottom side of the bridge here. Very neato. Yeah, this is very beautiful. All kinds of shops. Got something called Benito Rito's over here. I see an ice cream shop. Looks like all the way down. And look at that, there's people on the bridge down there. Pretty sweet. Oh, there's a boat coming. This is Rio Plaza. The boat's coming. I swear I'm gonna do an introduction. Things just keep popping out of me. I'm short on time because I have to fly back to Florida. Wow, I wish I had more time to take a boat tour. That's cool. All right, guys, let's officially begin this video. I've got a lot to say before we go. Remember the Alamo. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and I am in San Antonio today because last night I visited San Antonio Howl-O-Scream SeaWorld, a haunted house attraction event. This will be my first video that is not haunted house related in well over a month. I am headed to the airport. My flight leaves tonight at 5 p.m. so I've got a little time, and I've always wanted to come to San Antonio and see the historic Alamo and visit its history, so I have just enough time to do so. Today is October 7th. As you know, there's a hurricane coming to Tampa Bay. I am rushing back as fast as I can. I've had this trip planned for so long. Had I known that that hurricane was coming before I left, I may have changed my plans. I was already in Texas. I've been backlogged because of Hurricane Helene. I was already in Texas when I found out that the hurricane was coming. So, Chris, my fiance, is in Pennsylvania right now, visiting her family, and I'm here, and Bella is at the dog sitters in Oldsmar, which is right in the pathway of, I don't even want to mention the name of the hurricane, but Hurricane Milton is coming right up Tampa Bay. So I'm really worried. There's a lot of people that are unfortunate right now. It is necessary to evacuate if you live in the flood zone areas. It looks like a pretty nasty storm. Tomorrow, I am picking up Bella, who is in Oldsmar at the dog sitters, and I'm going to be preparing our household. If you guys didn't realize, we are east of Tampa now. We, because of Hurricane Ian, we documented that several years ago. We have actually moved eastward a little bit, so we are not in the evacuation areas. However, this thing looks pretty gnarly. I might actually have to evacuate and head north just because I want to make sure that myself and Bella are safe. Chris will be fine because she's up. Her mom's birthday's tomorrow. That's one of the main reasons why she's on this trip. So that's good. I'm glad she's safe. And Bella and I will be okay. We will be smart about this, and we will take precautions and get out of Florida if we need to. I just wanted to say that because there's a lot of people, you know, messaging me and worried about me, which I really appreciate that. There are a lot more people out there that are not in a good situation, man. hurricanes suck. I've lived in Tampa Bay for 20 years, experienced a ton of them. We've always heard that the worst fear is the route that this one is about to take. There hasn't been a hurricane hit Tampa Bay since 1928, and it was pretty bad. All these years later. I don't want to damper the mood here. If you're new here, want a video to click on, I am going to head over to the Alamo. I am so stoked to do that. I'm very fortunate I get this very last moment here in San Antonio to enjoy this. So here we go. Also, I'm a big fan of Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, so this is really neat. You know where I'm going with that. Hopefully we'll find the basement. And yeah, I'm related to Davy Crockett. We'll talk about that more. All right, it was a long-winded intro, but it was absolutely necessary, and it's absolutely gorgeous here. Look at this. There's much ahead. So I know the Alamo opened up at 9 this morning, so I'm gonna walk over there to Alamo Plaza. I think I'm just gonna take the river walk. I'm just gonna enjoy this while it lasts, right? There goes another boat tour right there. Found this sign. Check out how large the San Antonio Riverwalk is. All right, so we are here where this hole is. Looks like the Alamo is straight ahead. I'll have to exit and actually take Crockett Street. So I could have walked all the way up Crockett Street to the Alamo, but I'm taking the river. You can actually rock out at the Hard Rock Cafe on the Riverwalk. It's right here behind me. The map right over there. All right, here we come. The Alamo. Hope we find the basement. You know, I had to say it. Wow, look at all the plants. Yeah, this was beautiful. There's also, look, a little landing platform over there. Neato. We're walking underneath a bridge right now. This is beautiful. All kinds of restaurants and eateries. There's a pigeon over there. Like this new camera. This is the first time I've actually filmed a vlog other than a haunted house with this new camera. I think it works great. Look at that, you can see everything. Really catches the ambience. Very wide angle. The shops of Paseo del Alamo over there. This is really neat. Okay, I think I've got to go, yep, I got to go up those steps. And it says it right there, Crockett Street, Presa Street, to the Alamo. So we're going up these steps. This is a really pretty city. I'm really liking it so far. I love Texas. Always have a good time here. And a look back now on top of the bridge. That's where we just walked underneath the steps right over here. Another steel bridge up Crockett Street. So when I was driving in, I noticed a lot of construction down Alamo Plaza. Oh wow, check it out. Very touristy area. There's the Rainforest Cafe of San Antonio. Didn't expect to see that. Check this out. Louis Toussaint's Waxworks. And also Ripley's Believe It or Not Auditorium, which is very close to the Alamo. Now, I would walk up this street, I think because the Alamo is straight ahead, but I have to go somewhere else because as you can see, a lot of construction, as I was saying. So this is Crockett Street. I literally parked right down there. I could have walked straight, but I took the Riverwalk. Much more adventurous. There's a sign right here in front of the Rainforest Cafe that says detour, so I can walk on the right side of the street over here. Behind this truck, there's a pathway. Yeah, here you go. Remember the Alamo. Very fascinating history, very tragic history. First time I've thought about it after finding out on Ancestry.com that I am actually related to Davy Crockett. William David Crockett was my 9th great grandfather, who is the grandfather of Davy Crockett. So Davy Crockett and I are technically cousins. Oh wow, massive construction. So you can actually see, I can see, this first time, I'm not gonna zoom in just yet, but there is the Alamo right over there. Major renovation. Oh, look at this. We got the amazing mirror maze, Escape Street, and then over here, this is Louis Toussaint's Wax Museum. Looks like, ooh, they got a haunted attraction going. Nightmare at the Wax Museum, October. Wow, I wish I would have known about that. Got John Wick right there in the window. It looks a lot like Keanu Reeves. Oh, he's packing, watch out. Don't want to mess with John Wick. I'm a Beagle owner, so that movie really hit home, the original. What do you think? Does it look like Ryan Reynolds? Yeah? Yeah, a little bit, I like it. So this is the entry of the Ripley's Wax Museum. Mission San Antonio de Valero. Check this out, they're recreating the fort over here. That's freaking awesome. See the cannon? So this is great. First time here, I'm seeing something new being constructed. Or I don't know, is that fort always there? Oh, there's people over there, okay. Let's get over there. Mission San Antonio de Valero. So here is a map, and it says right there, you are here. And then you see the Alamo right over there, the old mission. This is where we're going, right there. But this is what it looked like. Adobe. I just remember that from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I saw that word over there. Adobe. Okay, so here is the recreation of the gate to the mission. I see what's going on here. And then, oh man, check it out. The Alamo. Remember. Wow, as I've heard, it's a lot smaller in person. It is, but you know what? I just like at the Plymouth Rock, when people told me that the Plymouth Rock was small, I had that in my head, and when I got there, I thought it was gonna be so small, it actually was very large, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm feeling right now. It's bigger than I thought. Creating a memorial. By the early 1900s, little remained of the original mission buildings and walls. The city demolished the mission gate in 1871. New urban development covered much of the original plaza in 1905. The Alamo 1900. So this is what it looked like here in 1900. Most of these buildings are here, even the building that Ripley's Believe It or Not is right there. So this is what we're going to. Mission Gate. There's all kinds of history down the wall here. And here's the fort, the cannons. La Puerta de la Misión. Sorry if I butchered that. Took a little bit of Spanish. Also watched a lot of Chavo, so my Spanish is very Nino. We've got an entire timeline here with pictures and models beginning in 1724 all the way to 1875. Talks about the Pueblos here. In 1803, this site was occupied by the 2nd Flying Company of San Carlos de Paras, the Spanish militant unit also known as the Alamo Company. That's what it looked like. The Battle of the Alamo, 1836. After the outbreak of the Texas Revolution, Texian forces took control of the Alamo on December 1835. Expecting an attack, they expanded the fortifications and prepared defenses. On February 23rd, 1836, the Mexican army reached San Antonio and encircled the fort. After a 12-day siege, Mexican soldiers stormed the northern walls before dawn on March 6th. So these would be the northern walls, I believe, over here. Overrunning the plaza before attacking the heavily fortified gateway from the compound. So it's not just that building, it's the whole entire compound. And this is what the Alamo looked right after the battle. Nice little picture here that someone's drawn. It got wrecked. After the Texian victory, the Battle of San Jacinto in April 1836, Mexican troops destroyed the sections of the Alamo's wall to prevent it from being used as a defensive stronghold again. So they destroyed all the walls. It's kind of showing that here. It's a nice little history before you walk up to it. And then it goes all the way out here to the frontier post days. And then immediately after you finish the timeline, wow. I'm getting goosebumps on my goosebumps. I'm sure this place is probably haunted. Oh man. Thinking of, I'm just such a huge fan of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It's all I can think about right now too. Mix of emotions, good ones mostly. That is freaking beautiful. Wow. Can't wait to get inside. Remember the Alamo. Davy Crockett was here. Also, I'm thinking of Jim Bowie. the inventor of the Bowie knife, was also here at the Alamo. Davy Crockett was actually killed at the battle, I think either here or the Battle of San Jacinto. That's kind of a weird thing to think about now, knowing that I'm related to him. This is where he perished. Got this nice grassy lawn, the Texas flag flying. There's also a few plaques up here on the lawn to read. So these plaques are all different. This one on the left, founding of the mission and origin of name. The one in the middle, letter from the Alamo. And then over here, the defense of the Alamo. Nice little history lesson. It was placed out here, it looks like in the early 1900s. There's also an audio tour, a QR code over here to my right, and each section does have a guide for the audio tour. So this would be number 4 if you want to take the audio tour. And here are some of the fort walls right here to the left. What's left of the original compound. Let's check out the history over here. It says that the birthplace of Freemasonry in West Texas was also here. That's pretty cool. Honoring these Masons, and there's all the original Freemasons of Texas. And then over here on this wall, we can't go beyond, there's a chain here. Check this out. This says part of the San Antonio de Valero mission. And over here on the sidewalk, you can see it behind me, a lot of folks are cashing in on the Welcome Center, the Alamo Welcome Center. So if you have any questions, you can go over there. And also I think that's where you can purchase your tickets. So here is where you purchase your Alamo experiences. They have, remember, the Alamo guided tour, a line in the sand, self-guided experience, Alamo exhibit, view hundreds of artifacts from the Alamo and Phil Collins collection. Oh, Phil Collins, I think he's here. He lives here in San Antonio. Victory or Death audio tour, Surrounded, the Alamo augmented experience, and the Alamo Church. There are all kinds of things you could do. I think I'm just gonna do the self-guided tour, 20 bucks. And the thing about Phil Collins that I heard, that he is very obsessed with the history of the Alamo, and he's very into it, and that's really cool. I love to see that. Also, I'm thinking of a moment that happened here in San Antonio, around here, with Ozzy Osbourne. I think it was like right over here somewhere, where Ozzy Osbourne actually relieved himself on the wall. Who remembers that? I gotta mention it. It may have been right there. Wow, check this out. It's another monument. That is freaking beautiful. It's the Alamo Monument. It's being protected right now because of all of the construction. That's breathtaking. We can see this side. On the other side, okay, I think both sides are the same. All the names who fought and died here inside the Alamo. William Marshall, just naming off random names. William Lynn, and here they are. Davy Crockett right there. Wow, that's so cool. Also Joseph Kerr, George Kimball, William King, John Thompson, Thurston, Travis. And here's the backside. It says right there, erected by the state of Texas in 1936 in memory of the heroes who sacrificed their lives at the Alamo March 6th, 1836, 100 years after it. Yeah, I believe, yes, this is where all of them and Davy Crockett perished. I come in peace, my friends. This is hallowed ground. Remember the Alamo. I'm about to. I'm gonna buy my tickets and head in. Just realized, peeking over on the street behind, you see the Crockett Hotel. That's pretty neat. If you take the picture the right way, it actually looks like the signs on top of the Alamo. It's a nice little tribute to Davy Crockett. So I've purchased my self-guided tour for 20 bucks. They give you this device, they give you this map, and when we see this, we type in the number and it spits out the information. It gives out the tour. Also, this is my ticket. It gets me in and out of the Alamo, all the attractions. Also, I can film in there, just no flash. I was hoping so. I heard a rumor that you weren't allowed to film, but I guess not. It is the 21st century. People are catching on. And look at this. It's Davy Crockett. Nice little photo op of Davy. Right in front of the Alamo. That's really cool. Definitely gonna have to get a photo right here. All right, check this out. Right in front of the door, I'd say about 20 feet, legend states that in 1836, Lieutenant Colonel William Barrett Travis unsheathed his sword and drew a line on this ground before his battle-weary men, stating, "Those prepared to give their lives and freedoms, 'cause come over to me." I feel a lot of heavy energy here. Wow, very heavy. Got goosebumps on my goosebumps right now. About to go inside. Check it out. Also, I'm just gonna zoom in right here so you can see how old it is. See the detail. It's been repaired. Many a times the top was blown off. They use some of the original stone to prepare it though. There's the doors. There's a group going in right there. That's where I'm about to go in. All right, haunts on. This might be one of the most historic haunted houses I've ever entered. Looks like I have to walk to the right to get in the queue line to come back. Okay, this is where you actually enter. All right, so I had to come over here to enter the church, aka what everyone calls the Alamo. And this is the back wall. All right, I'm gonna cash in. All right, making my way to the entrance. No flash photography, and please don't touch the walls, is what the gentleman said. Hello. It's just me. Oh, okay. Take a photo? Oh, okay. Just like any other attraction, I got a photo taken. I get a free video postcard to cash in. Are you ready? We're heading in. Check out these doors. This is pretty cool. Whoa. Wow. You know, it's bigger than I thought. Everyone makes it seem like it's so small. No offense to them. Over there's another room. Check this out. Also, looks like a door up there. This is really neat. Also, there's AC in here. It feels really nice. The floor. Wow. The Alamo. It's like back of the sanctuary here. Over here in the back of the sanctuary to the right, heroes of the Alamo. William P. King, William Marshall, all of them listed. The nave is the main hall of a church, while the walls you see today date back to the mission San Antonio de Valero. Traces of the church's rolls can be detected. The sloped walls at the back are remnants of the 1836 battle. The rectangular notches cut high in the columns, called pilasters, are reminders of a second story put in by the U.S. Army when the building was used as a quartermaster depot between 1850 and 1877. The current ceilings and flagstone floor were added by the 1930s. So there you go. You definitely see the age. It's really neat. This is something going on over here. This is one of the guided tours. And on this spot, on January 4th, 1937, bones of 4 unknown persons unearthed, re-entered May 11th, 1937. Wow. So, unearthed, so they put them back in there. Holy crap, that's kind of creepy. And it's just right here, check it out. That's pretty gnarly. All right, I just hit number 8 because on this sign it says number 8. Talks about the history. This room was intended to house religious items used in conducting mass. And this is actually a little presentation on the Alamo happening in here. There's the main door there. Here you go. A little room off to the side to show you what's going on. Can't get access to this. You can't walk in, but you can take a look. And they're monitoring the moisture in progress. Check it out. These devices right here are set up to monitor the moisture, because as we know, that will deconstruct the walls. That's pretty crazy. The wire's going right into the walls and all the flags hung right there. And check this out. This explains those devices that we just saw in the wall salt analysis and moisture studies. The stone masonry of the Alamo Church is deteriorating due to crystallization of soluble salts by expansion, contraction of clays embedded in some of the stones. So that's pretty sad. And that explains what that device is doing over there. And before I exit the sanctuary, there's a look back at the way we came in. Pretty neat. It's been a few moments in here. I've actually been in here about 20 minutes. Gonna head out the door right there. Right through the door. Here we go. Oh wow, check this out. Here's the gift shop. All right, so that is the Alamo Museum. Check out the mission bell up there. That is cool. We just exited. This is the back side of the cathedral of the Alamo Church. That's the door we just walked out. I'm gonna go over here into the garden area, see what's going on over there. Also, we'll go in there eventually. That's where we can view our photos. It's absolutely beautiful. Looks like there's another timeline down the sidewalk here before you enter the garden. This is the Calvary Courtyard. Very pretty. This is pretty unique. This is a Japanese monument to the Alamo. And as you can see the Japanese inscription. Professor Shigetaka, or Professor Shiga, as the sign over here says, created this and donated it here. This has been sitting here since 1914 in the garden. It says over here, nice little brief history. Also, you can listen to it on the audio tour. Its Face is a poem he composed comparing the Alamo and its heroes to the famous military event in Japanese history, the Siege of Nakashino Castle, fought in 1575. So that story struck a heartstring, and he created this poem and donated right here next to the Alamo. That's pretty neat. Right here in the center of the garden, we're walking out to it. This looks like the well to the mission. This is where they would have been drinking water from. This is pretty cool. Check this out. This well provided water for the people of Mission San Antonio de Valero in the 1700s and for the Alamo defenders in 1836. Looks like a lot of people have dropped a lot of money down there. Look at that. That's crazy. There's a lot of money down there. Not just coins, but just cash. I'm trying to get used to this camera. All right, walking up to the wall. This is the wall I showed you. But on the outside, right through there, is the visitor center. Just to put things into perspective, erected in the grateful recognition of the supreme act of heroism of the 32 men from Gonzales who gave their lives in the Alamo in response to the appeal of Travis. Nice little carving there in bronze. This is a very beautiful place, and I want to say, like I say all the time when I go to cemeteries, it feels peaceful here, but it doesn't. Like, my hairs have stood up the whole freaking time. It is very heavy here. There was a lot of bloodshed. All right, so I'm inside the hallway. Looks like the doctors of the Alamo took up this space and this wall. A little recreation of what it looked like here. The Spanish hospital right here talks about it. The Alamo holds the distinction of housing for the first recorded hospital in Spanish Texas. It was established in 1805 by Manuel Antonio Cordero y Bustamante, acting governor of Texas, to care for the soldiers stationed in the frontier. Nice little history video right here. Right here on the sidewalk, actually right directly behind the well, it talks about the women and children of the Alamo, February 23rd to March 6, 1836. It's got the survivors on there. It's got the people killed. Nice little memorial. Get a little closer for you. Wow, there's a lot of people killed. Thankfully, a lot of women and children did survive. Looks like that presentation just let out over there. Most of the people walked in here. This is a presentation called Surrounded, the Alamo Augmented Experience, and I believe my ticket works for this too. Nice little walkthrough history of the actual mission. That's Friar Juan Morphy. Friar, teacher, and historian Juan Morphy kept a diary during the travels in northern New Spain in 1777. Also, there's the picture of, or recreation, a photo of this mission in 1756. Pretty nice in here. Low light, well lit, kind of spooky. This talks about the battleground. All the lights on the compound, the walls. So we are right in here right now, about right there. That's where we're standing. So there's a picture and a little inscription next to a little statue. This is Ben McCulloch, or Ben McCulloch, served in the armies of Texas and the United States and the Confederacy and fought in major conflicts for each. So he was in all of those wars. Here's a historic photo right here. This photo was taken in 1861, almost 30 years after the battle. One of the earliest photographs of the Alamo. All right, this is a cool photo because in 1880, there was actually a structure built right off to the left of the church. It says it's a mercantile center. Honore Granat, I know I'm going to butcher that, purchased the long barrack when the Army relocated from Alamo Plaza to Fort Sam Houston. He opened a general store in the long barrack right here where we're standing and rented the Alamo Church for use of his warehouse. So the Alamo was used as a warehouse and a general store attached. There you go there, another photo in 1907. Hugo Schmelzer and Company. That's crazy. I had no idea. At the end of the 1880s, the San Antonio community began to beautify its public spaces, adding a park and bandstand for concerts in Alamo Plaza plazas. As commercial and industrial growth transformed the plazas, Adina de Zavala and Clara Driscoll became concerned about the state and remaining Alamo structures. The Alamo Church and Long Barrack, they reorganized efforts to preserve the site and commemorate the battle. So those people can be credited, and they're right here, with bringing back the history. So thank you. We owe them a great thank you. All right, that was cool. Very short. A lot of stuff to read in there. I'm obviously just giving you the cliff notes, as we used to say back in the 90s. I'm heading over here to the actual Alamo Museum. There's still much ahead. All right, so here we go. Into the Alamo gift shop / museum, which is equally as beautiful as the front. This was built in, oh, look at that, 1936. So this was built 100 years after the battle. They also have cold drinks and souvenirs, of course. Wow, this is pretty. I may have just got that wrong. I think this is just the gift shop. Paying tribute to Jim Bowie right here, or Bowie as we used to say in Indiana, the Bowie knife. Always bring a knife to a gunfight. I love that. And right here, one of the most famous quotes of all time by my cousin, Davy Crockett. You may all go to hell, and I will go to Texas. I remember learning about that in history, and I thought that was cool. Little did I know then I was actually related to the dude. All kinds of trinkets and relics. They've got the Republic of Texas Constitution here, signed by Mr. Travis. How about a cherry gummy mold of the Alamo? That would be a delicious bite. I don't know if I'd eat that. I'd probably just keep it. All right, I found the important stuff. Press penny machine, souvenir, medallions right here in the back corner. Get them. A lot of people collect these and are always looking for them, so I thought I would show them. Right here in the back corner. Got the press penny machines over there. I think I'm gonna have to buy a souvenir. I really like this coffee mug, and I know I'll get great use out of it. It's 22 bucks. What do you think? I like the colors. Reminds me of Halloween a little bit. I look forward to coming back here. Chris, the girl, my fiance, she's been here before when she was younger. She was telling me that. This is my first time here in San Antonio, and I hate that I have to leave, but I'll definitely be back. There's a lot of stuff here I want to check out in the area. The Alamo, come take it. I really like this shirt. They drew a line in the sand, the Alamo. Davy Crockett, the Alamo. Okay, do they have this in XL? Because that's the best t-shirt I've seen all day. Kids always get the best shirts and the best toys. It's got the raccoon skin hat. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. Little did I know, or my grandpa knew when he bought it for me. He was actually my cousin. Oh, that's also a great shirt. Oh, look, that's actually got the hat on it. They got drinks in here, and I'm pretty thirsty. I think I might cash in with this organic. Ooh, you can get beer at the Alamo. That's cool. Surely you can't be serious. Please don't call me Shirley. And I always forget to show the pretty stuff. There is a lot of pretty decor in here. I like that postcard there. Also, I got a free postcard, so I think I'll keep that one. And out into the bright sunlight, the backside of the Alamo. Walking back through the garden, back to the front side. There it is again. Remember, remember. That was a great experience. And I barely showed anything too. There's a lot of stuff to do out here. Come take the audio tour. Gotta go return mine. I barely did the audio tour. I'm not really an audio tour guy, but it was cool to have the capability if I wanted to. All right, so I'm gonna return my audio device here. Walk around just a little bit more. We've got to head towards the airport very soon. There is a chance. I do have a little bit of time. Not in this video, but in another video, I don't know when I'll put it out, I will walk through that haunted attraction over in Ripley's. Thinking about it. I'll let you know by the end of the video if I do it. And then you'll see the video eventually if it comes out. Here's the audio Dropbox. And unfortunately, there is no basement in the Alamo. I can tell you. I looked for it. I sure did. Love that movie. Ever since I was a kid, man. I always wanted to go to the Alamo because Pee Wee Herman did. There's no basement in the Alamo. Absolutely true. But I did find a bike. It was parked on the backside. There were several bikes parked out there. And one last look over here. Do a little 360 for you so you can see what's going on. This street completely blocked off and being redone. This whole building, nothing going on in there. So I'm gonna head back this way towards the mission. Oh, there's a statue of Jim Bowie over there. The salvation of Texas depends in great measure in keeping Bahar out of the hands of the enemy. Jim Bowie, 1836. Here's a statue right here. And look, he's got his Bowie knife. Remember the Alamo. I'll never forget it. I wasn't there, but I was here. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end it right here. Gonna make my way, oh! Chainsaws. It is haunt season. Oh boy. Oh yeah, a lot of construction going down here. All right, as I was saying, I'm gonna, hold on, I gotta find a quiet spot. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. And I will see you all tomorrow or very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna head to the airport. I think I'm gonna go up here and do another quick tour as I was saying. That video will come out much later. I am backlogged because of Hurricane Helene a few weeks ago. I've been mentioning this because a lot of people are wondering where I am right now. So I am a couple days behind. By the time you're watching this video, I will have been back to Florida and taking precautions and going through the hurricane stuff. And I'll try to film all that for you. I don't know what's gonna happen right now, but I just got to get my dog. I'm really worried about her. I'm gonna grab her tomorrow morning. Would get her tonight, but I get back really late. So yeah, just keep you guys updated. Take care out there, my Tampa Bay friends. Be safe, get out of harm's way. This is no joke. Milton sucks. I hate you, and I hate Milton. I love you guys. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go back up these steps, and haunt's about to be on for me. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. It's the quietest spot I could find. Next to Ripley's. Check it out. Believe it or not. And Bye-bye.